just arrived by bus, the last bit of the trip. Train up to Oban, then a bus, which was fun. Beautiful Scottish countryside and the sun setting. Should have been here yesterday, but the train got cancelled, which is a little bit disappointing. So we had lovely weather and it would have been a good day to get started tomorrow. One of the crew made it up here yesterday, Mike, so he's done all the victualling and checked the boat out, and he's made us supper, so I'm excited to see what he's made for us, our supper. We've arrived to fish pie, cooked by Mike. Well, cooked by the local store owner, is it? Or
yeah.
Local lady, and then heated up in the oven.
Yeah.
It's good. Some peas. Well, plans changed. I think we'll be spending the day sorting the boat out and doing a bit of weather routing. There's a lot of wind round today and an awful lot more than forecast. We were due to leave this afternoon at 6 o'clock and around Mullicantyre at midnight with the tide. We're looking at that now, midnight. It was down low 20s, now it's up around low 30s. That won't be nice. So we're probably going tomorrow morning at 6. But it's definitely windy here. The boat heeling over on its mooring through the night on its pontoon, so that's never a good sign. Hey, well, Simon, what are you up to?
I'm just cleaning the hatch seal so they don't leak, so they won't get dripped on when we're in bed.
That's a good idea. Mike's prepping a chicken curry now for tomorrow night. A lot easier to cook in the marina. Needs to be on our game for this trip. There's a fair bit of wind coming. So this is what the weather looks like in October. We've got this big low pressure here coming in up the Atlantic, and it's drawing in wind off the continent around the top of this low pressure, giving us lots of easterly winds and southeasterly winds. So we're right up here, not far from Glasgow, and this is the Mullicantyre just here, and we are up in here in Ardfern. So we're starting out at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's 48 miles down to the Mullicantyre, so it's going to take us 7 hours. By the time we get there, we'll catch the tide running south, and we'll be there at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So let's advance this forward to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you can see the winds are falling light. They're still southeasterly, so they'll be on the nose as we come round, but they're falling down to 10 to 15 knots. This is Friday, the next morning, so this is 24 hours from when we leave. 24 hours from when we leave, we should be just off the south of the Isle of Man. We've got southeasterly winds, just nudging on the 20 knots, which is great in a boat like this. And we're going to head down to Holyhead. It's 180 miles, so averaging 6 knots is going to do 30 hours. There's Friday 1700 at 1900 hours in the evening. We've got this winds coming through, so they're plus 20 knots. We need to be in by this time Friday, so we've got 36 hours to get down there. We advance on a little bit more. We've got these winds coming through, as you can see here, up the Irish coast, past the coast of Wales. We'll be nicely tucked in Holyhead when they come through. We've got all the gear stashed up in the bow up here. Not a very nice place to sleep. Best place to sleep is in the belly of the boat, so we've got the lee cloth ready. Engine ticket over. Right, little breakfast dishes. You ready to go?
Oh yes.
Right, it's still dark, but the wind has died an awful lot. So yeah, it's meant to be gusting 25, or 12, gusting 25. There's something rare going on in this delivery. We are sailing in exactly the direction we want to go at 7.5 knots. So we've got a reef in the main, and yeah, we've been sailing for a couple of hours now. We've rounded the Mulligan. Conditions are good. The sea's dropped down after the winds we've had. The visibility is not good. Lots of cloud cover, and we have no AIS on this boat at all. So back to the old-fashioned ways. So we'll just keep a good watch out. It's easier at night because you can pick out the lights better. We made a chicken curry yesterday, so we're heating that up. Very nice sailing, and these boats go so well. So I'm just starting my night watch now. 6 o'clock in the evening. It's going to get dark. 7. I'm on till 9, and then back on at 3 in the morning. But yeah, boats are very comfortable, and they've got such a lovely action. Wow, what a boat. We made it 180 miles from Ardfern Yacht Centre down to Holyhead. Maybe 24-hour stop, so we just done a cook-up. We've got some eggs, some bacon and some sausage, and it's nice to be stopped still and make a cup of tea. Well, we're departing Holyhead today. We had a little walk up Holyhead Mountain, met some friends who we'd met here earlier in the year for dinner last night. Got invited to her house for dinner, which was really lovely. Thank you, Becca. And we're just doing a few things this morning. But we've got the opportunity possibly to get to Land's End. I'd like it if we could get round to Land's End and then we're into the channel. And any southwesterly winds and low pressures that come will be up behind us with the channel, so that'd be great. We're just filling up water. We always top the water before we go. Leave with full tanks. It helps to ballast the boat actually as well in these rough conditions. All good. Holyhead was nice, great place to stop in a great location. There's not much here. You've got one pontoon left after the storms, but it's been perfect for us. So I'm really excited to get back out to sea again. Making some good speed, 7 knots over the ground. We've got a southeast wind. We're close hauled at 60 degrees off the wind, and we're heading out on a bearing of 230 out into the Irish Sea for about 90 miles, and then we're going to tack down on a bearing of 165 when the winds go southwest. We've got a low pressure approaching the UK coming up from Biscay, and it's going to scoot up the channel, giving gale force winds in the channel tonight. We're hoping to tack on the wind shift when the wind shifts from southeast as the low pressure comes up towards us, and as it goes through, get on the back of the southwest winds to take us all the way down to Land's End and scoot around Land's End into Falmouth, hopefully. It's a lovely day sailing. We've got the sun shining and the boat's going very well. How's the tea coming on? Not quite on the floor yet.
No, it'll be there soon. There you go.
Wow, thank you very much. Well, hey, you got it. Hey, you want a cup of tea? Bless. About sea Land's End now. Wow, what an incredible incredible night we had tonight. We rounded Land's End, so 1 o'clock in the morning, big swells, residual of these low pressures. Quite chunky at night when you don't know where they're coming from, but the boat handled it very well. We put the mainsail away, the wind's a little bit behind us, and unfurled the big headsail and then romped along down seas, which was really nice after beating for 250 miles. Nice to go down seas, and we're just passing Lizard Lighthouse, most southerly point in the UK. And again, we're going to turn around here and then head up into Falmouth. There's another blow coming and a big tranche of rain, so we're going to be nicely tucked up in Falmouth, eating a pasty, I think, whilst that comes through tomorrow. It's such a big thing this time of year to get a boat around Land's End is a big thing. To have that opportunity, that weather window, because it's a place that a lot of wind, a lot of tides, and a lot of swell, and come October, it's a difficult place to round. All the way around, it's great. We're stopping here just for 24 hours. We've got this big blow coming through again, and some rain, a bit of a front comes through. And we're leaving tomorrow just as it goes through. We'll catch the tail end of it because we're keen to get going, and the conditions won't be too bad. And we've got 225 miles to do to Eastbourne. It's nice to walk around Falmouth and have a pasty and relax for a little bit. Falmouth's always a great place to visit. The boat's fueled and ready to go. Well, we're on the final run in to Eastbourne. We've just been 8 miles off the back of the Isle of Wight. Just past the Isle of Wight this morning as the sun rose. We've had a really fast passage up, some fantastic winds. Currently got 16 knots on the beam, full headsail, reefing the main. And the boat's charging along, 6 knots through the water. It's brilliant. We can just see the wind farm off Brighton in the distance. And we've got less than 40 miles to go. It's been an absolutely incredible delivery for sailing. And one of the best deliveries for sailing. Such a fast boat she is. One of the best I've ever delivered. Really fantastic. Been really enjoying it. Just had some lunch. And the sun's shining, it's warm in the cockpit. Yeah, really good. Another delivery done, 674 miles from Ardfern Yacht Centre down to Eastbourne. We got in late last night, low tide, sneaked in and got into the marina. We cleaned the boat this morning, washed it all down, cleaned the galley, cleaned the heads, swept it all out, and done the paperwork and handed it over to Peter, who seems very happy. He's got a beautiful boat.
Hi, now my name's Pete Morley, and the guys from Halcyon have bought my Hallberg Rassy down from Argyle to Eastbourne. Done a fantastic job. Updates all the way, videos, info. In fact, it was really good, really quite exciting. Even though I wasn't on the boat, it was a great experience. So I'm really pleased with the whole way everything's gone. They've done a fantastic job. The boat is immaculate in Eastbourne. They've cleaned it up well. So it couldn't be better. Fantastic job, you guys, and look forward to seeing you guys again soon.